water,
Oh, makes sense.
earth, fire, air.
Tomorrow it's going to be 111 over here for me.
It's gonna be 108 or 9 in Anaheim, and I have work tomorrow.
Oh,
September
lordy.
though.
There's hardly any shade, but I'm working inside the hotel, so I'm fine.
Yes,
What the
there you
hell
go.
are you complaining about?
Am I
Then it's
right?
still gonna be
Am
hot, 'cause
I right?
I have to walk to the hotel to get into the hotel.
Yeah, but it's rewarding afterwards.
Because once you
Not
get,
really.
once you get in there, air. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Other World of Pop Culture Podcast. I am CJ, and tonight with me in this episode we have Lewis, Susan, Bryant, Mike, and Jess. How's everybody doing today?
Good. How
Good.
are you?
Very good.
As best as I can.
Best as it can. Is it me or is everyone's sleep schedule kind of like effed right now?
What's the sleep schedule?
3.
Right here.
What is sleep?
I woke up at
Because
I've
no,
actually turned off my alarms. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I only have one life.
like you don't even have a snooze button anymore.
What is sleep?
What is sleep?
I know Brian doesn't
what's,
sleep.
what's an alarm clock? At?
What's
I don't sleep.
But
No.
like perfect every day.
I think like low.
I know.
I think low key I like adapted like a polyphasic sleep schedule as of late.
Really? How does that work?
Well, cause like what was it? You know, like I go like to bed like super late, right? Like, well, especially when we're up playing games. So like I'll go to sleep at like around 2, and then like on a work day, like I would wake up like 3 hours later. And then after that, like throughout the work day, like I would take like 15-minute naps, like especially during break. And then when I get home, I do like an hour 15 nap, and then I wake up, I'm like, oh, I'm just fine. And then that's like a total of like 5-6 hours.
All broken up.
Sleep does nothing for me anymore.
Sleep does nothing for you. If anything, you just wake up.
I wake up dead. I wake up dead, guys.
You're more groggy.
Oh, man.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, you don't look like death, so
You
that's
don't look like that. You look hot for a death guy.
Yeah, for a sleep-deprived
that's my
person.
talent. That's my talent.
That's my talent.
You got no bags. Like your skin's like perfect.
I was breaking out a few days ago. Like I had a skin rash actually. It was bad.
Most of it's just
Oh.
a stomach implant.
Yeah. I gotta get a stomach implant.
You like you lost weight.
I need to lose more weight.
It's tough. It's so tough, especially because your work schedule is all over the place and you're doing graveyard shifts right now, and gyms are not available. And when you're at home, you're comfortable, and all you want to do is eat, sleep, chill out. So I get it. It's hard. It's hard to stay in shape during this time.
Exactly.
See, what you need to do
But
is
I did push myself this morning to work out, but it was a stupid thing because I turned off my AC and I was working out in a room and it was like completely hot and I was dying.
he was drenched.
Go on,
You're doing that One Punch Man workout.
He was drenched.
Yeah,
100 push-ups. Let's go.
One punch man workout, bro. 1 punch man workout.
100 push-ups.
100 sit-ups,
Chop chop. Let's
100
go. Get to
squats,
it.
10
Nah.
burpees.
I
Drop
swear.
into 20.
Chop it to 20.
Bro, but I feel like I'm with the schedule that I have now, because now I have 2 weeks of just swing shifts. So I start at 3. So what I'm thinking is like some of these days I'm gonna go to sleep early and then just wake up early in the morning, work out in the morning, and then go to work. So
That's what I call
hopefully
time
that's-
management. And
Yeah, I hope it sticks.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
that is if they don't change your schedule. Oh my gosh.
Stop jinxing me.
I knocked on wood. You're good.
Is that it? Is that even wood?
It's actually wood. It's actually wood.
Okay.
You want to look underneath?
Okay.
Actually, this desk is like really heavy.
Oh, man.
When I first
Is it one of
assembled
those
it.
electronic desks?
No. It's just a really heavy wood desk.
Ooh.
All right. Since we got all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get into our first topic.
Yes.
It's a little sad topic.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't think
But-
we've ever had a sad topic on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so far.
But
But
this topic felt right, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to. It's something we have to talk about because I feel like this person has done a lot for a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
and it's impacted a lot of people.
Well, not just in movies, and not just in the movies he was in, but like
Yeah.
stuff outside of like.
Yeah. Like so,
Yeah.
who we were talking about today is Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, who we recently lost due to colon cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I felt like it was right to like talk about him because like he has been such a big influence in pop culture, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and like he's done so many great things like in his life, you know, even when battling colon cancer and stuff.
I feel like what he did was very inspirational. Even though he was going through so much, he was still able to do all of these movies and do all of these appearances, and even helped out those people that were like Make-A-Wish kids. And he was still, even through all of it,
Yeah,
all of it, he was so strong, and nobody knew about this.
yeah,
And it was so surprising to hear that
yeah.
day that he passed away.
Yeah,
And it's hard, like, just to think about it, because
Well, it's like so sudden. One thing.
yeah, it's so sudden. Like we all saw that one video where he looked all skinny, and we're like, oh, what's wrong with him?
yeah.
But
Like
none of us knew.
none of us knew
Dude,
at all.
quick to
People, like,
judge,
made
like-
theories, but like none of us, but like not a lot of people even thought about the possibility of him being sick, you know, being ill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's very
That's why we need to be
heartbreaking.
kind.
Yeah, you just don't know like what's gonna happen. Like, you don't know what people are going through. Like,
Don't
Yeah.
make assumptions. Just be kind to
Exactly.
people. You don't know what's happening in their own personal lives.
Yeah, and like he really didn't deserve all those accusations of like false accusations of like rumors and stuff about like his like what's going on in his life, you know, because like he chose to keep the cancer thing private, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
and like I feel like in that point of view, like he wouldn't have appreciated like, you know, all that stuff. Like some people were like making so many like speculations. Some were like harmless. Some might have been negative. You know, I haven't seen all like of the speculations. You know,
Yeah.
but like but apparently there were probably some like speculations about like what's going on with him. But not a lot of people really thought about like him just being ill. Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like he became such an iconic person in pop culture throughout
he
the whole time,
was.
especially like becoming Black Panther, becoming T'Challa, like right like when he like when he's going through all the cancer, you know, he's did 4 movies in the MCU and everything, and like he did everything like to his full capability, like he wasn't sick at all, you know, he was like he really showed a lot of strength
Mhm.
going through all that.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, he was like a really big inspiration, you know, because I felt like
Inspiration and a hero
yeah,
to a lot of like especially a lot of kids.
yeah,
Like,
a lot of young kids and stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's not just the Marvel movies that made him
Mm-hmm.
very popular.
Famous, yeah.
He played Jackie Robinson in 42, which was probably the first movie I ever saw him in. Well, it's secondly the first like big movie that he was
yeah. I believe the first movie
that
I
he
saw-
ever starred in
breakthrough.
the lead.
yeah,
Mm.
And also
first movies
playing
I
James
saw-
Brown as well.
yeah.
He also played Thurgood Marshall.
Mhm.
I first saw him as James Brown in the movie Get On
Mhm.
Up and stuff. And
Oh
really
yeah, I
loved his
remember the
movie,
movie. Yeah.
and
I actually never saw that movie.
it's
But
a very
I would
good.
love to watch that movie.
Yeah.
It's a
I
very
love
good
the
movie.
music video.
I personally enjoy it because I'm a big James Brown fan
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And yeah, it was very nice, and I felt like he really did James Brown justice. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, his movies, well, in my opinion, were not like some of like the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life, but they were just still very fun.
Yeah,
Um,
like you respect it.
They were just fun popcorn movies.
Yeah, and like yeah, I think it's like you still understood like that they were good movies and like you respected them, you know. So
Mhm.
which still like matters, you know, and stuff. And, yeah, I
Mhm.
really respect like all the work he's done, and yeah,
I feel like his work on most of these movies were not just movies. It was more like for the culture, for people of color, and
Mhm.
what his influence was to be able to like actually help people realize that they can be more than just what a statistic puts them to be. and it helps them encourage others to do what he did and be able to become something more. Because honestly, he's made so many impacts on so many people's lives, and the thing is that he played so many big figures in history that a lot of people don't realize that these movies meant so much to more people than just a movie.
Yeah.
Because that representation that has led to his like basically becoming famous made it so much more worthwhile because he was able to play these roles.
Yeah.
I also think that he wasn't preachy about it.
Yeah, he's like
Wasn't.
he was very humble.
Yeah, he
In his
didn't-
work.
He didn't go out as like
He's not going out
he didn't,
flexing,
like-
saying
he
like,
didn't, like,
"Oh, I'm in the
ego.
movie."
It's just like I'm Black Panther. I made like the most successful billion-dollar Marvel movie next to like the Avengers films and stuff like that. And even saying like I'm Jackie Robinson. I played James Brown. It's like you ain't even on my level and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
And like anybody who ever that wasn't him, I don't care who the hell you are. Some of them may have had that level of ego to like actually just flex around and be a bastard to everybody.
Well, not even like explicitly saying it, but like you can feel it in their like demeanor and whatever. Like with him, you can tell like whatever he does, he's doing it genuinely.
Yeah, definitely.
Versus like it's just like, oh yeah, I've been in this movie. It's just like my net worth is like X amount of dollars. It's like,
saying like, don't you know who the hell I am?
or like I donate this much money to like this kind of foundation. It was like no, like he's doing those kind of things, but like
he doesn't make it like Instagram worthy.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's one of the things that I've seen that I've noticed in a lot of the writings about all of his coasters. They all write well about him. Like he was very regal, he was very humble, and like his co-star Danai Gure, she wrote like every time you worked with him, it was basically like you were working with a king because he was so humble and he made it easy to play the part of T'Challa because of the person he is and the way he acts and the way he treats everybody. He treats like a team, like they're part of his family, basically.
I mean,
but I feel
if you looked at his Black Panther compared to like comic book Black Panthers, he's probably more humble than like the Black Panther from like the comic books because he can be kind of like a, I don't know what's the word, kind of like a hierarchy sort of I'm trying to find the right word for this. It's like not entitled, just more of like
pretentious.
Kind of pretentious, but also kind of like that kid in the playground that's like, this is my toy, and if anyone takes it from me, they're dead.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think anyone else would have done the Black Panther justice, and I'm so glad that he was able to be the one to represent.
Yeah. Because originally it was going to be like Wesley Snipes that was going to be Black Panther.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, in 2003, there was like a lot of artwork done for Black Panther and stuff like that, and Wesley Snipes was coming fresh off of Blade and stuff like that, and then he was going to be T'Challa for Black Panther and all that stuff. And if you think about it, like with Wesley Snipes, he probably would have been. His ego probably would have flared up more than he would have had, saying like, I played 2 Marvel heroes now and all that. What do you got? And,
I
feel like.
So I'm kind of glad they kind of went with that sort of like, had a few films under my belt, but not really like in the spotlight type of thing, And he's just like, I'm pretty sure when anybody gets like the call saying like, hey, you're going to be this superhero in the Marvel universe, it's a lot of pressure, and especially on a character that not many people really knew before.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I have no idea who the Black Panther was. Like that's like even before like
like unless if you read a comic book.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, like, since I grew up, like, since I started with the Marvel universe through the movies, then the comic books, like, it made a big difference. Because I didn't even know who Black Panther was, let alone, like, is he relevant, or like, is he like something I should, like, you know, actually pay attention to, as opposed to just, like, you know, the typical, like, you know, Spider-Man, Iron Man, all of them.
I don't know. I feel like he was able to breathe so much life into the characters that he played, and he portrayed them to the best ability that he could, and he did such a good job about it, because he was able to bring the points across the table and make the movie a bit better than it could have been.
Had it been like someone else.
Yeah, had it been someone else.
I really can't see anybody else as.
Yeah.
Well, that also leads to the question.
What happens now?
Yeah, well, because let's start this out. T'Challa, not Chadwick Boseman, but the character. His story is not over.
No.
And I feel like it's gonna be a while before we ever see Black Panther again.
Yeah.
So my thought is, like, just make the character still there in the MCU, but he's just not physically there. He's just like, he's still in like Wakanda, or just like doing other diplomatic retreats or something like that.
There's actually been this.
Go ahead. Sorry,
there's actually been this petition where they're talking about having it like the comics, where his sister takes over, Shuri, and she becomes the Black Panther, and she becomes the king of Wakanda, or queen of Wakanda.
And definitely something you could consider.
I definitely would like to see that.
Yeah. Same.
But at the same time, it's like T'Challa's story isn't over. I mean, like,
me too.
It's not like how like in sports, like certain famous players can like retire their jersey number and things like that. And eventually he's gonna be replaced. And as sad as that is that to say, and as sort of like suit higher up talk as I'm making it, and I don't mean it to be, but we're all gonna have to like move on, and it's sad that we got to move on, but you kind of have to, and I'm pretty sure he would be like, look, I still want this character to keep growing. Like, I may be gone, but he's not.
Right.
But you have to remember, this is all on Disney, and what Disney usually does, they don't really utilize someone else, because the way that people portray the character, they see the same actor.
But
and if
they did that
do
with the Hulk. I mean,
no, I know, but it was technically not the Hulk, because Universal was owning Hulk at the beginning, and Disney had no power over that. The only reason they changed it was because they brought him into the fold for the Marvel Cinematic Universe in a different light, because that's their Universal part of Hulk.
Well, there was also the whole thing with Edward Norton as well.
Yeah. So the thing is, I feel like if they were to come to do that, it would be a different Black Panther. It wouldn't be T'Challa himself. Because there's more than just one Black Panther.
I know.
So if they continue the Black Panther movies, they will continue it as a different character, I believe.
I mean, hell, even like
it would be Shuri as the Black Panther who takes the mantle. Like, I would, at least this is my ideal scenario, is that like, have T'Challa do like things in the background, you know, like he's just in context, you know, and then somehow give him an honorable death, you know.
Either an honorable death or an honorable send off, kind of like what they did with Paul Walker in Fast 7.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like just like you know, one of those.
Any of those two would be lovely.
Yeah.
I think that any of those two.
Yeah.
And like,
as long as they pay respect to Chadwick.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I hope they do it in a very respectful way.
I don't know, but right now it's a very rock and a hard place for Disney right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I mean, even like the people at Marvel are just like, what the hell do we do? I mean, if we just replace Chadwick with another
No,
actor to play T'Challa,
it's way too jarring.
Well, it's not only jarring but too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's way too.
Way too soon. There needs to be a good amount of time in between for people to really
It's
breathe.
kind of like when
We're not gonna get over like
it's
gonna take a while to.
It's kind of like, I mean, it not like this, but in some ways, kind of like, you know how when they after Spider-Man 3, they did, 5 years later they're like, oh, we're rebooting everything, and everybody's just like, what?
Yeah, because like it was a very fast.
I mean, again, this is totally different context. This is
Yeah. No, yeah. I know. I understand what you mean by that.
so this is no way
Question.
disrespectful.
Yes.
Do you think they would utilize AI technology to do like a deep fakes sort of thing? And would you think that people would take it well? Because I feel like that's treading on very, very dangerous water.
It depends, because it could be utilized very well, and at the same time, like, you know, be very, like, you know, like what you said, like very dangerous, because like,
well, also you're not gonna please everybody.
yeah, you're not. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You're like, do you want to please the masses, or do you want to please those select few that are just like, you know, we want to see Chadwick as, you know, Black Panther no matter what.
Yeah.
Which, you know, like it's like one of those like situations. It's just like it's damn near impossible for, you know, to really appease the masses in that sense.
Yeah.
And plus, like it was just, he hasn't even finished like Black Panther. They haven't even finished Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
And they haven't even done like anything else with him.
Mhm.
So that's kind of
I believe he recorded. He still recorded for the What If series.
He probably have.
Yeah, I remember reading a fact that I believe it was I think the account was Accurate MCU on Instagram and stuff, where they post like MCU facts, and I believe, like, I'm not sure if he did all of his recording works, like everything that he was supposed to do, but apparently he did do recording works for the What If series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna ask you guys this, if like who should play T'Challa after Chadwick, because I still think it's too soon to ask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's too soon. It's way too soon.
I don't exactly want to think of.
I don't want to think about it.
I know,
My
but
heart is still hurting.
Oh my.
somewhere down like the road, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I will only
As much as I
okay
hate
with
to
it.
like tell you guys that, or to anyone that,
well,
but
like, yeah, well,
it's kind,
inevitable.
yeah, especially with like now that Marvel acquired the rights to X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Now.
Yeah.
But then again, who gives a shit about the Fantastic Four?
Shots fired.
I would only want to think about it if it was like a whole like rebooted universe, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's the only
or if they do like the multiverse thing, like what DC's doing.
Yeah.
Or like kind of what they did with some of the X-Men movies.
Because I feel like that's what's gonna happen in the future of the MCU, like travel to different multiverses, since like Doctor Strange is doing that.
Yeah.
True.
So we might see like the Ultimate Universe, you know, where you see like Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Captain America, and all those guys, and like they could like show up, but don't have to be like prominent figures in the MCU.
Yeah.
So maybe be there for like, I don't know, certain events or wars or stuff like that, you know. That's the way I see how they would continue, like if they're gonna replace like Cap or Iron Man.
Yeah. But I think by then it'll just be like, it's pretty much the end all be all.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much marking the stake of like, you know, the MCU as far as like the movies go. Like, I mean, comics, like they'll definitely keep going into comics, but like, you know, just to have like the ideal like ultimate kind of scenario where like everyone's like pretty much, you know, in their prime, so to speak. It just pretty much it's just like there's nothing left to give beyond that.
Yeah.
So like everything is out in the open. Like it's I don't know. It's like I don't want to see the end game actually. It's pretty scary. That's like putting putting like a whole like side of pop culture in jeopardy
Well,
if that
I
were
feel
to
like
happen.
I feel like that goes into our next topic.
Yeah, I mean, that's getting really
But,
abstract.
anyway, like
It's going really deep.
final thoughts on Chadwick Boseman. Like, great actor, humble guy,
Hmm.
pretty kick-ass superhero. I mean, what happened, and there's really not much we can do about it.
Yeah, it's just
left a legacy.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean,
Mhm.
we're not all complete heartless. I mean, we're just asking the questions for the future. But for me, I mean, I can say it for all of us as well. Our hearts go out to all his colleagues, his family, his friends, and all the fans that he had. That we will sorely miss him, and he's left a hole in our hearts and on our screens and everything. And we hope that in the future, everyone will be able to remember him.
You said it better.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we're gonna start moving on to our next topic.
Oh, let me turn the mood a little bit.
Our opinions on
Let me turn the mood a little bit. I'm still a little. There you go. Oh, see, everyone's smiling all of a sudden. Did you see that?
Oh god,
It worked. it worked. See,
nice.
I just turned the knob and everyone started smiling. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So out
our
of
next
the
topic
years,
does.
like
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, out of like the years of like of these movies coming out, like what are you guys' opinions on it? Like when I'm saying that as in like just in general, like it doesn't have to just be MCU specific, DCU specific, fandom. It could just be like really old like properties too, you know, like the older Spider-Mans or the older Batman movies, you know.
mm-hmm.
What have been your guys' opinions throughout the years?
I feel like they're doing a good job about it. Mostly Marvel's doing the better job.
Yeah.
DC's getting there. They're starting to kick in their own universe, and they're actually making it a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they had too many trial and error. DC has gone through a very hard rough patch with their live action movies from comics to the live action screen.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're now doing a better, like after what was it, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam. I feel like those are the actual good movies they had, and from there on, they're moving forward with better content now.
Right.
But I feel it still has a lot to improve upon. Like, don't get me wrong, like some of these trailers that just came out, like the live action trailers for the DC movies, especially like the only one that I saw was the Justice League one. Like originally, I did not like the cinematic version of the Justice League movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can get the
the new
Snyder
trailer
cut.
that has came out, yeah, that Snyder cut looks
Snyder
really
cut.
damn good and
That's why I got the
makes
HBO
me want to
Max.
get HBO Max. Makes me want to get it.
HBO Max is
And
worth it. Honestly. It's worth it.
now just because of that, I'm debating because of the Snyder cut. Because like that Snyder cut trailer,
Mm-hmm.
like even just the trailer was better than the cinematic version of the Justice League movie
That is so true.
for me.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, I'm actually
But,
very excited
I
for
mean-
James Gunn's The Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah.
Because I do like how he did Guardians, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm excited on how he's gonna do this. Plus, like the cast for it, like is really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Like I haven't seen the trailer, but I've heard a lot of people say that it's basically like the adult version of Guardians of the Galaxy.
The
Really?
adult
That's
version.
I think that's a good description.
So
Yeah.
darker, I guess.
So it's a little more violent.
Oh, okay, violence.
Mm.
Okay. That's what you mean.
Yeah. So I feel like it looks a little more like Kick-Ass in some ways.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good description.
Yeah, that's a good description.
But yeah, as a kid who grew up in the '90s, like you were lucky to at least get a comic book adaptation of a movie. And like before the internet, I'm carbon dating myself here. Like the only way you actually found out about any comic book movie is like seeing like on the front page of a magazine or hearing rumors through like newspaper articles or from a friend or stuff like that. And sometimes they were good, and sometimes you got Batman and Robin. But
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, I love that we have like so much different content and like from different comic book properties, not just like Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man and the X-Men and all that. And now we got like all the obscure characters that actually are standing out more with like Iron Man. Like Iron Man was pretty much like was considered like a D-lister of the Avengers
Mm-hmm.
at the time.
Yeah, and now like
And
he's like
and
really
now he's like, well, technically like he was like the leader of the Avengers
Yeah,
when they
but, like,
He was
originally
actually
were
one of my favorite
now
Avengers.
everybody knows him and
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
people like him.
and then now
He's
that
like
we have like this huge cinematic universe and like everybody's trying to create their own cinematic universe, at this point right now I'm just pretty much like, you know what, I'm kind of done.
like,
Really?
with
Yeah,
the
I'm
universes, or, like universes in general, or
just universes in general, and I think we all just need to step away from like the comic book genre, even though they make all the money in the world right now.
Hmm.
But
Mm.
eventually that's gonna dry
Yeah.
out pretty soon.
Well, I
People are
mean,
gonna
you can either retell a story, reinvent a universe, and or have like this like parallel like what if scenarios for so long.
yeah.
Like there's gonna have to be something new at one point.
Mhm.
I think
Well, don't get me wrong. I feel like the movie scene is saturated with a bunch of hero stuff. But the thing is,
Yeah,
you have to
absolutely.
understand there's so many comic books out there that can be adapted, and so many storylines that can be adapted,
Mhm.
and there's always going to be a new comic that someone makes that can be adapted as well. And yes, it's going to be like it's saturated. I understand. I understand the hate for that, and it burns it out. But what you don't understand is that there's always going to be something new, and no matter if you don't like it or
Oh,
not,
I understand.
it's everybody's opinion that something new is going to come along one day, and it's going to take over, and it's going to take over the
Mhm.
hero scene. And the hero scene's not going to stay here forever. I understand that as well, but they're gonna drain the money out of it as much as they can.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel
Their
like they
business after all.
I definitely recommend going back to like some of the pulps of like the 20s and stuff like that, because there's a character that is actually that I recommend reading called the Shadow.
Mhm.
He's basically Batman, but if Batman killed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
and like he doesn't care how bad you are, he will kill you. Like he would take a gun to your head and just pull the trigger.
Mm.
Hmm.
It's a very like crime noir, early 1920s New York mafioso underground type of stuff.
Ooh.
And
Sounds like I might like this one. I think I might like that.
yeah, and there was an attempt at a movie in the 90s with Alec Baldwin who played the Shadow. But I feel like it's high time that he actually got his chance again.
I see.
And he is like the
Yeah.
inspiration for Batman, or technically,
Oh really?
or Batman ripped him off.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. Ouch. I say like there's really no original idea these days. There's going to be some sort of influence either from another part of the country, another part of the world, a story that's been told already, like novels. How many times have you heard the same type of story, like a cookie cutter story that's just been rearranged to make it seem different, I think I really miss original ideas, and that's why I think a lot of the greater movies are the older ones because they got their hands on it 1st. I find that growing up, a lot of the movies and shows that I watched, they had a lot of 80s references in it, and I think the older we become, a lot of the newer things will have more references to 90s. So that's going to be a really interesting thing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I do like appreciate like how sometimes like retelling a story, like how it's handled, like how they introduced Spider-Man to MCU. Things was that like we already seen his origin story, like twice already, live action, like through those movies. But like then they decided it was like, hey, we should like actually just introduce him like 6 months after being, or like I think it was like 6 months, like a little bit after like him being Spider-Man,
Mhm.
Because we already seen that, and like they already like were introducing like new things, because thing is that like Like we got Vulture and we got Mysterio, you know. Yeah,
And Shocker.
yeah, Shocker, yeah. So it was nice to see like how they handled that stuff. And also like talking about the MCU too, I was it I'm very impressed by how they did the whole like universe and like Infinity Saga, you know? Because like on paper, like think about like this like in 2008, like on paper, that's really hard to like think about and do, you know?
Mhm.
At least in my opinion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like something that like is so ambitious, you know? But it was very nice to see it work out like that all the time. It was so
Yeah.
exciting to see all these live action movies coming out, and it's like, oh, it's referring to this, you know? Like, oh, there's
Mhm.
Easter eggs for like the next movie, you know? Or like the next hero that's gonna come, you know? So yeah. Yeah. Even though like there might have been like some saturations like throughout the industry,
Mhm.
I still felt very excited watching,
Yeah.
anticipating.
And to touch upon that, like, yes, there might be a bunch of saturation of these hero films and hero series, but the thing
Yeah.
is, not all of them are all the same, and some of them actually have different storylines. Like some of the series on Netflix, like the Umbrella Academy, like that. I feel like that's a really good differentiation from what we see mainstream comics, because I believe it's a different take, and the way if you've watched it, you understand that it's not the same old hero trope. Well, at least to me. But like we have so many series, like even if you don't like one series, you can find a different series that can be more of your cup of tea.
Mm. Which is why I'm hoping like I'm so upset that they canceled like the Netflix Marvel series
Mm.
because Daredevil is like one of my top 3 favorite superheroes of all time.
Yeah, Daredevil.
Daredevil was like very underrated.
Really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
and the thing is, like, since the
'Cause-
Netflix series came
'cause I
out,
know-
like, I was like,
yeah.
dude, I'm all about Daredevil.
Like if you
Badass.
Like as much as Daredevil was good, I preferred Punisher.
Punisher was good
a
too.
really-
Punisher was good
Punisher-
too.
I like Punisher.
Really good. I like
Punisher's
Punisher.
really good.
Yeah. I mean, but because for me, like, I grew up reading Daredevil, like, even after watching the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie.
Yeah.
Oh God, we don't speak about that.
Like, here, like, no,
Wake
the
me
extended
up.
cut of Daredevil, of Ben Affleck's Daredevil, is actually much better than the theatrical cut of Daredevil.
Well, it made more sense.
Yeah, because there was actually, you know how like there was just all like split parts of it where they're just like talking about a case that happened. Well, they actually like added all that stuff in there because there's all just deleted scenes, and it actually like tied everything together, like working with like Kingpin and like some of the other characters within there, which is why I'm hoping like Vincent D'Onofrio comes to the MCU
Mm-hmm.
as Kingpin again.
Oh,
And-
he was good as Kingpin though.
Yeah.
That's Kingpin.
But I'm hoping like with this one, because with like the next Spider-Man movie, because they said like Charlie Cox is coming back as Matt Murdock,
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
so he's probably gonna be Peter's lawyer.
I love that so much.
Man, that's gonna be a
Maybe, like-
bombshell. Oh
'Cause
my god.
Because, like, if you ever read like some of Daredevil's stories, like Born Again, which was what season 3 was based off of,
Mm-hmm.
like the Avengers actually show up because like Hell's Kitchen was like blown apart,
Yeah.
and because
Okay,
Karen
cool.
Page in the comics moved to LA, got addicted to heroin, did adult films, lived in Mexico, and was completely addicted to it. And the only thing she had that was of value was the identity of Daredevil. And then she gave that to like the drug guy who was also connected to Wilson Fisk, who was like saying, if you guys know anything on Daredevil, send it my way. And then they're like, Daredevil is Matt Murdock. It's like, okay, kill everybody that knows.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically like loses all of his money. He gets disbarred, and his apartment gets blown up and everything like that. And that's where we actually meet the nun, who's actually Matt's mother. Spoiler alert to all of you. And yeah, pretty much like it got so bad that like Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man had to show up to like settle everything down.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever get a chance, I definitely recommend reading Born Again, Guardian Devil, Yellow. Those are like quintessential Daredevil runs.
Can I just say I really appreciate having a comic book expert in the group.
Me, I don't think I ever read any comic books since I just go straight to the movies. So I can't really share a lot of opinions, the comparisons, because like I never read the comics, and I know it's a lot different than the movies. Just like any other like live action.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Like
the beauty of it.
Well, at the same time, like that's the same thing with me. But that's only recently I started getting into comics because like I was that curious. I was just that curious.
Like,
There's more expert right
What
here.
are these people mad about? It's
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is actually like a plug-in for like another channel, but there's this channel called Comic Pop, and it's these 4 friends. Like 2 of them are married, but they're 4 friends. They do this show called Back Issues, where they take where it's like 3 people sit on the couch. Like one of them is like a comic book expert, and the other 2 have never read a comic book in their life, and they actually talk about the story, like the history of it, who was involved in it, and all that. And they do like a lot of like research for it, and that's where I found out like all these other stories that they recommended, like the one called Superman Speeding Bullets, which is like an Elseworld story, which is stop if you heard this before. Doom planet about to explode. Scientists and wife take baby and rocket. Rockets get sent to Earth, but turbulence in space. How does that happen? Who cares? It's a comic book. Instead of Smallville, guess where it crashes in? Gotham.
Mars. Oh, Gotham. Holy
And gets picked up, gets found by Thomas and Martha Wayne, see a baby in there, adopt it, name it Bruce, and it goes beat for beat. But actually, Kal-El, or Bruce, kills Joe Chill with his heat vision after he shot the Waynes. And he becomes Batman.
Wow.
He becomes
What?
Yep. And that's the thing about it. Like, don't ever count the comic books out, because there's so much things and so many different ways they play these comics.
Yeah.
Like,
And the thing is, if you don't want to read a comic or physically buy a comic, I mean, I recommend you do, but you don't always have to. But like Mike said, there's so many channels that describe these comics and let you know. Like there's this one YouTube channel that I actually follow. It's called Comic Storian, and they actually like go through the different arcs, and like they physically read out the comic to you, so you'll be able to like know the different arcs. And like there's that one series, the Metal series for DC. The Metal series is amazing for DC. I loved it. Like like the Joker who laughs, or the Batman who laughs. Oh
yeah, it's basically if Bruce Wayne got hit with a special dose of Joker toxin and became Joker.
Yeah, it's an insane one. And then there's several, like the Metal series, like there's several versions of like all the heroes. Like there's a version of Bruce where he becomes the Flash and becomes known as the Red Death.
Yeah, Red Death.
And the Red Death is amazing. It's crazy how he comes to be and how he gets his powers. And it just so many spins on it. Like don't count the comic books out. Because there's so many iterations of these comics that you can have like physically see and read.
Super Sons, which is this tells the adventures of John Kent, aka Superboy, and Damian Wayne, Robin.
Yeah.
And it's just them like going on like all these like crazy adventures, and like Lois Lane is just like so pissed off when they run out, and like Alfred's like right behind her, and they both have that look of like that, you know, like when if you ever like snuck out or like did something you weren't not supposed to, and you walked in and you saw your parents just like giving you the like that stare of like, well, I guess this is where I die. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, like definitely check out those channels, and like they're fun to listen to if you just don't really have a chance to like go out, or if the stores near you don't have the comic book that you want to read. They usually do recommend a lot of good stuff. But yeah, if you guys want to know after the podcast of any other comics, I would recommend.
I'm gonna message you later.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's some good comics out there.
And
but it's also like with the creative liberties with like the superheroes as
Yeah.
well, especially with like in the MCU, or especially like why would anyone want to wear like a leotard and go out and fight crime when it doesn't have any sort of like protection on them?
No capes.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
No, not everywhere. Every hero is cape.
But anyways, but speaking about like these universes and all that goes into our next topic.
Next topic, my favorite topic.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
Well, because
Right, so we
like,
are going.
majority of you guys
Sorry,
are
go ahead.
foodies. That's why. Oh my.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like food?
Foodies. We have a lot of foodies in this group, and we even have our own Instagram group dedicated to
Yeah.
all the different food porns that we share with each other. Mostly Brian's sending.
Brian
me-
sends the
Brian is
best
a
pictures
fan
ever.
Ryan's
Yeah,
broken.
he
Is
sends
it
it past
Eric
midnight.
Bryant?
Brian,
Even
yeah,
I'm like,
I'm like,
he-
put
of
my phone on
the-
it's like
Silent.
like 2:30 a.m. I'm like, why do I want pizza right now? It's because of this dude.
This guy.
Why do I have?
This
Why
is
do I?
the best
why do
picture.
why do I have the urge to eat?
For pasta. Damn it, Bryant!
So I try to send you guys pictures, and then I was like, "Oh, this is interesting. I just want to show these guys."
And then like,
And then this guy always tries to like outrun me. I
no,
was like,
like it's like it's just
You know
in the
what?
sense he's trying to one up you.
Don't hide, Brian. We see you. So our next topic is foods and dishes from pop culture that we'd like to try.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll go first. 'Cause I've been
Yeah, go
waiting.
Oh my
Go for
god.
it, go for it.
I think you should
Yours,
go first,
yours.
and then
"You don't have
Brian
a choice.
should
You
go
don't
next.
have a choice."
Like you
Yeah.
go first, and then Brian should go next.
But no, I want to go last because I have so much to think about. I have so much to think about because there's so many things.
Okay. Well, we'll start strong and we'll end strong. How's that?
Oh my god.
Yours, yours.
What you
Jeff.
trying to say, huh?
Nothing at all.
Oh,
All right, so I think you guys seen some of the trends. Something called a rainbow grilled cheese sandwich, and I really want to try this. I know it sounds really gross. They don't flavor the cheese with strange flavors or anything. It's a mixture of
Is
different
that food
cheeses.
coloring? Well,
Food
what?
coloring. Food coloring.
Go-
So
uh-huh.
they use a variety of cheeses. For every single different color of the rainbow, they choose a different variety. And so that's what that really makes it appetizing to me, because it's not your simple orange square slice of cheese, you know? It's a little bit of everything. And they would color it. And what I really admire about it is like the rainbow cheese stretch, you know, like that. That is something I definitely want to try. The first time I saw that, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't want no basic grilled cheese sandwich that's dyed with food coloring. But when I found out that they use different variety of cheeses, I'm like, okay, I'm so in. I really want to try this. And I regret not trying it in New York when I had a chance to. I think they have a few places in California. So yes, that is something that I like to try. How about you guys? Would you guys get on this? No?
Yeah, we're like on a trip. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
going on a trip.
And my base
Your favorite
Toyota.
rocket ship.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about my base Toyota.
Oh, God.
Oh man. CJ, go.
I really want to have salt ice cream.
Sea salt ice cream.
Sea salt
Yes.
ice cream.
Mm.
Does
It-
Kingdom Hearts have anything to do with it?
No, not at all. I have no idea what you're talking about. There's nothing up here.
Hi, all the keyblades.
I got all the actually, all the keyblades are missing.
Hey,
Actually,
is the keyblade even in frame?
no, it's not even
No.
in frame. It's just the engine blade.
The engine
There
blade.
you go.
There you go.
There you go.
I just know you have your keyblade's hanging there. They're just not in frame.
Yeah. Well, if it's in frame on my other camera view, which you
Yeah, the
can't see.
camera. Yeah,
Your
yeah.
whole color scheme screams sea salt ice cream.
Screams, to me.
Kingdom Hearts.
Come back to me. There's another one I just thought about it, but I forgot. Go
No worries.
ahead of me.
Who's next?
Oh no, Season disappeared.
Oh no.
Susan.
She'll come back.
She'll come back.
Okay.
No, like she'll literally come back.
Okay. Wait, who's next?
Let's go with you.
Okay. Obviously a Krabby Patty.
Yes.
But I want to be presented to me like in the train, be like, but yes, I want to be presented like that to me.
We're broken.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of things, like mainly a lot of things that I want to try actually, like is mostly like the YouTuber Binging with Babish has recreated.
Yes,
Oh,
I was just gonna ask
yes.
you about that. Oh,
Yeah, because I want to. I watch the channel a lot, and like I kind of want to recreate some of the things that like he's made, because
Totally
like it
should.
really, because like with his expertise, it really like gives you a good idea of like what it would actually taste like to have like any of those in pop culture, any of those foods from pop culture, and like and like besides that, that, and then I remember like, even though this is very ambitious, I'm definitely not gonna eat the whole thing, but Will Bass's order,
Oh yeah.
and Binging with Babish recreated that, and apparently it's just.
Wait, do you even remember the order? I'm curious.
I don't remember it off the top of my head, honestly, because like there's actually so much like
I'll
terminology
take a
in there.
double.
What did the logs on the air, on the raft, 4x4
Himalayan
animal style? That's all I remember. God damn it.
Was it? And then that, and then
Let
seen
it
Adventure
swim.
Time, definitely bacon pancakes.
Oh god. Oh lord, really?
Bacon pancakes, bacon pancakes.
Oh god.
Yeah. And Jake's sandwich and Time sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, freaking like, was it? Okay, Binging with Babish, I think that was like one of my first Binging with Babish videos I ever watched, and that's a big sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I would either share it or
The
eat
big
it
boy
like
sandwich.
within within like a few days,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have
Eat
to
it,
portion
save
out
it,
for different
eat it,
meals.
save it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, mostly a lot of things I want to have Binging with Babish has like made, and like I definitely would want to like if I ever have like time, and like also like I would take a lot of time for me to do. Also, yeah, that I
Mm-hmm.
make all those. And there's one more. Even though this food does like exist, I never like had it at the source, And like there's also like Binging with Babish also made like the recipe for this, but I've never tried White Castle. I've always been curious about it because of Harold and
Oh.
Kumar.
Yeah.
Yes.
It,
I've had
it's
it.
it's delicious.
It's
Definitely
really good.
something worth trying
Yeah.
at least once.
Yeah,
It's-
I really want to.
It's
I
delicious.
believe there's one in San Francisco, isn't there?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
very cool. Let's go visit
Cool.
CJ in Vegas.
In Vegas.
They have one in Vegas, right?
Yeah, they have
Definitely.
one in Vegas.
I don't live in
Yeah, they do.
It's not
Vegas.
Vegas though.
It was in
I'm
Reno.
gonna be-
We live in
Vegas.
Nevada.
I live
You
like
live in Nevada, but I'm saying let's meet in the middle in Vegas.
That's not the middle, is
that's
it?
not the middle.
No,
I'm
it's
not the middle.
It's
I'm
I think
the
it takes
middle.
distance.
Vegas is further
You are
down.
the middle. Yeah, you're definitely the middle. But yeah.
I mean, he's
mean-
like.
I'm 7 hours
Was it?
away from Vegas.
Wait, actually, wait, no. Who's the middle of all
Oh,
of us? Is it me
wow.
that's in the middle of all of us?
I think you're in the middle of all of us because you're
Yeah, I'm
since,
in the
Yeah.
middle.
yeah. Oregon, yeah, Oregon, and then Canada, and then LA. Yeah,
Canada.
Canada. Sorry, Canada.
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Now continue.
I don't know the rest of it.
It's our home and native land.
Oh, I thought you said I really hate this place.
Is that actually what they say? And actually, because I
Yeah.
think, and like anytime I hear the song, like in like a
Mhm.
TV show or something, I think I never heard past "Oh Canada," and like
Uh,
they just like say "Oh Canada" and just jumps to another scene or something like that.
Oh my
I keep
god.
hearing people sing it as the "Oh Christmas Tree" song. They're like, "Oh
Oh,
Canada, oh Canada." I'm like, what the heck are you singing?
Mm-mm. No, don't do that.
I guess I'm next.
Wait, I remember the other
Okay,
thing.
go for it.
Go for it.
What was shoot? Oh, okay. So from Edda and Eddie, the actual size jock breakers.
Oh,
my
my god,
God.
there's no way you can put that.
That's ginormous.
I think he has like a lollipop. Like,
Well,
as
like
my-
I want to hold like a physical jawbreaker, like bro, like, but not just any jawbreaker. I want the jawbreaker from Reno because there was like, you know, remember that I don't know if it was a dream or something like that where like it's Eddie that has like a bank full of jawbreakers. He has like one from every city. He's like, I want this one, Japan flavor. Like there.
What is Japan flavor?
I know. I was like, "What is Japan flavor?" I was like, it just reminded me of this one joke from Daniel Chaucer's. Like, do people taste like their ethnic background? I'm like, I'm not gonna go into the rabbit hole of that. Anyway, so there was that, and then like probably like the most notable one for me is spaghetti tacos from iCarly.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is like obviously it's like spaghetti tacos. Well, come on, it's just one of those like
no problem.
no.
You don't want to try tacos on a stick?
That was my other one. You freaking jerk! I was about to say tacos on a stick. You know what? I'm out. Bye.
You could elaborate on it.
Tacos on a stick. Yes.
It's exactly what it says.
Exactly. It's exactly. But yeah, spaghetti tacos
Spaghetti tacos.
with the crunchy shell. Okay.
Okay, crunchy shells.
All right. Couple of things. This is actually from the PS4 Spider-Man game.
Oh, I know.
Aunt May's wheat cakes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, like it.
Amazing.
I'm weak for those cakes. Oh my god.
Like in the game, Jess, there's collectibles where you look for backpacks. Like Peter leaves like backpacks everywhere when he was Spider-Man throughout the years, and like two of them have a recipe. One for Aunt May's wheat cakes, where they actually have like the recipe like written down on the model of the paper. And they also have and Binging with Babish actually made these as well. And his recipe for dumplings. Like Peter Parker's dumplings. Which I had no idea he could actually cook. There's that. And they looked really, really good. And let's see what else. The hot chocolate from Polar Express.
Oh my god, yes.
Like how it was described in the book, I was just like, I need that in my body.
It sounds like you want to inject it into your body.
Oh no!
No joke. I want to inject hot chocolate into my bloodstream, even though that is
that sounds pretty metal, bro.
This is pretty metal.
That's pretty metal.
What else? Jeez.
Can I add one?
Yes, go.
The everlasting gobstopper.
Oh, I was gonna add to that too, because jawbreakers, right?
Yeah. But like I always wonder what the flavor of that is, because it says it never loses its flavor, but what flavor is it specifically?
Or here's one. Yeah. Any food from Studio Ghibli.
Yes.
That's
a
cheap shot.
There you go. That was my next one.
That was a cheap shot because all of the food from Studio Ghibli is delicious. Oh my god.
Like, even like making bacon and eggs from
Yeah.
Want bacon and eggs.
I believe Binging Babish has an episode of that.
Yeah, he does. Jeez.
God, yeah, what a legend. He made so many
food. In Dexter's Laboratory, his mom's muffins.
Oh yeah.
Like like his dad says like these muffins are like the most amazing thing on the planet, and every time they make them, he's always trying to steal them. And then he had like a squirrel.
I'm trying really hard to remember the episode because I understand the gist of it what you're talking about, but I'm just like
like Dexter and Dee Dee's mom told them to stand guard and watch the muffins.
Oh yeah, and his dad would come
Well-
floating around them, be
Yeah.
like, "Yes." Now I remember the
He would
episode.
always try to eat them all.
Yeah, now I remember the
And,
episode. Now, okay.
He actually, spoiler alert, he actually, plot twist, hires a squirrel in exchange for giving him nuts to help
I
him
remember
get
this
the muffins.
episode.
I remember it.
Like a hero.
I love
Oh my
it.
gosh.
I love it.
Or the sushi from Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like he meets like he goes into like this underwater like Atlantis like civilization, and he spends like a day with them, and they give him like this huge platter buffet of sushi,
Yeah.
and he's just he's like, I am back home, and it's
He goes to town on the sushi.
also there's
That
a
was good.
plug in for another YouTube channel that isn't binging with bad fish, that does like nerd foods from like pop culture, video games, anime, stuff like that, called
Mhm.
Feast of Fiction.
Oh yeah, I heard
Yes,
about that channel.
yes, I've seen that
That
one.
was funny.
I'm subscribed to them.
And I'm just looking through them right now, and I'm just going like, oh man, like they made like the rare candy from Pokemon, and
Mhm.
what else? They even made like
They
some
made
of the
the
stuff.
salt ice cream too.
Yeah,
Sea
they
salt
did.
ice
That was
cream.
like one of their early episodes.
Yeah.
Or just
I need to watch
any-
it later.
Or any burger from Bob's Burgers.
Yes.
Even though they have a cookbook of it, but I would rather go to like Bob Belcher himself and
Yeah.
not a
I want him to make it
Specially made.
specially made.
I love seeing food be put together, so yeah, I'd rather watch it than read the
Okay.
recipe.
Now, Brian.
Brian, so last
time.
but not least.
It's so hard. It is so hard because ranging from the Miyazaki films to Food Wars to anything Disney to like food in general, it's hard to choose, but I will try. So for me, I think I would like to try first the ramen from the Miyazaki film. Disney, I would like to try the legitimate beignets that are deep fried or however they make them from The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
And then from let's go to Shokugeki, mapo tofu
Yeah,
for
that was
sure.
my favorite episode.
That version of mapo tofu I want to try. I have no idea what it is, but I want to try that 14-layer chirin.
Oh.
The one that Megumi made, the one that's all colorful and shit. I want to try
Oh
that.
Yeah, I want to try that too.
What else was there? Oh, and this is like a really old anime. I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but it's called Bento. And I want to try all the bentos that they've ever had on that show, even if it's fish. Like, I don't care.
I don't care.
That's good.
Really?
When you
Oh,
can say you
for
can
everyone that
actually
doesn't
try
know,
even
Well,
if
Brian
actually
has
have,
bad
like,
bad
seafood.
experiences with fish, so that's why he's
Yeah,
not.
I'm not a fish person.
Yeah.
But
But to say that you would
But you would
try
try
the
that.
bento-
That's like that must be a big deal. Jesus Christ.
That must be a really big deal. Yeah.
It's like, I will throw
it's
up
so
for
hard.
it.
I will, it's so good. It's so
I
good.
will literally so good.
We'll bring a bucket for you.
Like how foods that you don't even like, and you see them on TV, and you're just like, damn, that looks really good.
Ooh.
Delicious.
There's so many foods. Like it's
I had to
also,
sneak
like
it
even
in
just
there.
choosing those were so hard to like choose. Honestly,
Yeah. Oh my
I hate being a foodie.
Yeah, it's a love and hate relationship with being a foodie.
Mhm.
It's like I want to eat everything, but it's not healthy.
It's a
That
blessing
often.
and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
It is double-edged sword.
There's also this is actually pretty obscure. It's from the Mega Man Battle Network series.
Wait, is that the one from like?
You know, Mega Man NT Warrior, where they say "Jack in Mega Man."
Yes,
power!"
yes.
Yeah, that.
Oh god.
Like his mom, every time when you come home to your house, like the main character Lan, his mom always makes cake,
Mm-hmm.
and she always makes sponge cake.
Mm.
Just hearing him like describe it and all that stuff, just all like the sweet smells and everything like that, I was like, man, now I want some sponge cake.
Yum.
There's a few more I want to throw out there.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
So obviously the one for Dragon Ball Super, the instant ramen, the instant ramen for Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
Or just like any of the food from Dragon
Any-
Ball.
Actually, yeah, I definitely want that meat on the
Anything
on the
that
bone.
Goku eats, honestly.
The meat on the bone, I want to definitely have that.
I found out like in
Yeah.
Japan at like some of the cafes.
Yeah.
Like, the
Mhm.
ones like One Piece, they actually made like the drumstick.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, they actually made it like that.
Wow.
Wow.
Like if you go
What
on, like they
presentation?
actually have at Universal Japan, they have a One Piece like a section dedicated to One Piece,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like a stunt show and everything. I'm pretty sure all of you've seen it on YouTube or something like that. But
Yeah.
like the main character's ship is actually a restaurant, and they have like all the foods and stuff like there, and like sometimes.
So
the
what you're
characters will
saying,
come
the
out,
Mary Lou is a
like,
restaurant?
Lewis can actually be the Pirate King.
He's nodding that yes.
He's like, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong
I
there.
mean,
Here's three other things that I
I
just popped into
I
my
like
head
that.
though.
Go.
What?
Pokemon.
Oh, I was
The
gonna say something.
Onogiri, the Onogiri, the
Mhm.
Malasada, and the Pokepuffs.
Yeah,
I wanna
wanna
try
the
those three.
Poppins.
Mhm.
Or the
Oh, the
curry.
Poppins.
The curry from,
Poppins.
Sword and Shield.
Oh, the
Yeah.
curry too.
Mhm.
The curry too.
Can you believe they call the onigiri donuts? And
Jelly
I
donut.
was like, fine.
jelly
Dude,
donuts?
they do a Baptist's like
Donuts.
April Fool's
Like
Day
jelly donuts.
video.
Like
That
even
is
as a kid, I was just
oh
like,
my god.
I was like, that's not a
Like-
jelly donut.
No.
I'm not into gastronomy. Or
I'm not
anything.
guessing it's true.
I think somebody is lying.
They lied to us.
Mhm.
Or especially when I saw like I don't know what was in the one that Pikachu was eating in that episode, but when I saw like it was like a seed or something, I was like, oh, so that's why they call it a donut. Oh, you, the Japanese and their funny ways.
Oh my god, can you
I
not?
love them. I love
And then what was it? Whatever hell food Riku gave Tidus from Final Fantasy X when he was on the ship. Like, remember that little like
know what that was.
stringy thing? I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
But I was really curious what that was.
Or how about like anything Ignis?
Yeah,
ever
and I was
cooked?
getting to that. I was like, anything
Yeah.
Ignis makes from Final Fantasy 15. They look freaking
Ignis is
delicious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just watching them like cook all that stuff, and like when I was playing that game at like 10 o'clock at night, I'm just like,
god damn, I want to cook right now.
I want to go
I
eat.
just want to eat. I want to eat right now. I'm
It's like
hungry.
I want beef marrow soup.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Or just like, have you ever had like marrow on toast?
Yes, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh
Or,
my
like,
god.
Full English breakfast.
Oh yes, the
Those look
beans,
Amazing.
baked beans, toast. Their version of,
Just give me all the
bacon
food.
is ham.
Just give me all the food.
And just call it lunch.
Just give me all the food and
Oh.
just shove it down my throat.
I got one. This one's
Okay,
a
okay.
old school 90s Reptar bar.
Yes!
Oh my God.
Yes!
Hell
Yes!
I
Yes.
actually have a Reptar bar with me.
Get out.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you guys. Let me grab it. I did a
Your
taste
friend
test
gave
on
it
it
to her.
recently.
Actu-
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Actually, there was one more. There was a one because you said bar.
Mhm.
SpongeBob's kelp bar.
Ooh. Or
Oh god.
That like it's, I don't know whether or not it's good. I'm just curious about it.
or is grandma's cookies.
Grandma's cookies.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It's a Reptar
Yeah.
bar.
It's a Reptar bar, and this one makes your tongue
Green.
blue.
I thought you said make
green.
sure poo blue.
Wait, yeah.
Hey, I
You
don't
got
know.
hold, you got hold like this.
Yeah, you gotta do it like this, you know.
Yeah,
Make
like,
sure
yeah.
it focuses. Make sure it focuses. There you go.
It's
Or,
more
Here's a
than
big
time.
throwback. Here's a big throwback. I don't know if you guys remember this. Since you guys said grandma's cookies, this just popped into my head. This is a really old Christmas movie called
Uh-huh.
Grandma's Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
I always wanted to try all the snacks that were in grandma's store. Those, even the bun
Hell
cake.
yeah.
Even though people said the bun cake looked horrible, I always wanted to try it.
Or the
I'm down.
here's one, the sweet rolls from Skyrim.
Sweet rolls.
Yeah, they almost look like a bun cake in a way, but it has like this white icing on top.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
It looks delicious. Like in the game, you're just kind of like,
Drilling face. That was your go.
That's my,
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh my god.
that's my
Oh,
sex
no.
noise.
Don't say that. That's bad.
Here's a couple of ones. This is from the 2011 Ninja Turtles series, like the 3D animated one.
Yeah.
Pizza gyoza.
That sounds good.
That sounds good.
I could use some gyoza right now. And
And
ramen.
I actually had gyoza today.
You
Oh, that's
did,
cool.
jealous.
You lucky butt.
Here's one that just popped into my head. Black Butler, the baked curry buns.
Ooh. Or just-
Baked curry buns.
Pretty much
Hell
just
yeah.
anything that Sebastian made in
Mm-hmm.
Black Butler. I was just like, well, why can't you just automatically materialize that in front of me?
Right?
Or there's called the Never Ending Beef Bowl from Persona 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That looks bomb.
Yeah. Or the curry from Persona 5, or the coffee from Persona 5.
Another one.
And now she's snacking.
Another one. A classic one.
That's maybe
The
hungry.
Ichiraku ramen from Naruto, guys.
Yes.
Hell
Absolutely
yeah.
not. I'm
Hell
kidding,
yeah.
not.
Hands
Okay.
up.
Ichiraku
Oh wait.
ramen.
Hands up on that one. Take me now.
Or we can just go to Naruto Ramen in like Orlando.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Please.
that's what I want to do
Yeah, no,
when we go.
Please.
What are you eating now, Jess?
Is
like
that
Kit
Kit
Kat?
Kat bar?
Oh
well,
Lord.
Why don't you put the candy bar down and do your job?
Say?
Cookies and cream flavor, Kit Kat Junkie.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. The food from Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I don't eat that many veggies, but that ratatouille.
Yeah.
Like, please and thank you. Or the Nako from Kim Possible.
Yes.
Yes, Nacho.
The Nako. That's freaking delicious looking.
That looks
Jesus.
so
I
good.
actually attempted that, and it
How was it?
was a messy disaster.
Yeah, it doesn't work out.
Hey, but it looks.
It doesn't work well.
But it's delicious.
It's the
Well, I
aesthetic that
believe a
matters.
voice actress has a YouTube channel and stuff, and like she made the Nako
Mhm.
with the person
Really?
voiced Ron. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I've
Here-
seen.
Here's one for you, Avatar fans.
Oh god.
The Water Tribe noodles
Mm.
and the what was the other one? Hold on, I had this written down.
I had it written down.
Hold on, we're almost there. Getting there.
He's scrolling.
Hold on, let's go. Fruit pies.
Oh yeah.
Fruit flies from the.
Fruit
Temple.
pies.
I was like, fruit flies. What?
Fruit pies.
Sorry, food full of mouth. I meant to say pies.
Why don't you put the candy bar down and do your job?
No, wait. We get Kit Kat sponsor from this.
We can't get sponsored by Kit Kat
Oh
Is I-
or
no.
Mars.
I mean,
I was
it's
like-
not
I was like Mars
sponsored,
candy.
but
I
it
was like-
could be.
But it could be. So Mars, what's up?
We got a deal.
What's up? We got a deal.
So, show me the money.
we're looking for sponsors.
No, we're not. We're just doing shameless plugs because we like the food
That's true.
or products or whatever.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll
but-
eat it anyway.
Exactly.
but
I'll eat it anyways.
Or
But
like,
Domino's though.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
here's something.
Different examples.
This just popped into my head.
Okay.
So you guys are familiar with Hey Arnold, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know the episode, the food eating contest.
Wait. Can you refresh with me
So
on that?
basically, like Arnold's grandpa says, like it's the family tradition to win the food eating contest.
Uh-huh.
So they had like his grandma's famous stuffed bell peppers. They also had like the tacos from El Paso tacos or whatever it was called. They also had the giant kielbasa, and also the ice cream cake tower 12-layer from the Jolly Ollie man. And he had to take on the guy known as the Disposal.
Oh my god. I just had
Taking a picture. I remember.
I just had a heart attack listening to all that.
And his grandpa was just like putting him through this like montage of training, like eating like a whole stack of pancakes and then running through running through the hallway, like everybody holding like a dish of food that he has to like consume. And then he goes, pukes it all out in the bathroom, and his dad says like, "Here's some lobster bisque." And then he's just like, "Oh god."
Oh my god. Oh my god, I just had a heart attack.
Is there a way to have access to all these older shows on from Nickelodeon?
I think so.
Like which one?
Like Hey Arnold?
Yeah, like Hey Arnold. No.
Isn't Hey Arnold on Hulu? I
oh my god, like I wanted to hang out at the Shore Shack in Rocket Power. Remember
yes! I forgot about Rocket Power.
That kind of got me into like doing skateboarding, and I was not good at it.
I was more into rollerblading.
Yeah, me too.
Here's one.
Okay, go.
Here's one. Do you guys remember Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you
Wait,
talking about the candy
are you
bar?
talking about the are you talking about the Sunday?
The perfect candy. The perfect candy that he made.
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
Oh
Perfect candy that he
yeah!
made.
Yeah.
The one that everybody wanted and everybody came like zombies
Yeah,
for.
there were
it.
zombies for like giving them candies.
I actually
that
want to
one.
know the candy
I
bar.
want to try the shocking version.
The shocking version.
Yeah, like remember, like that's the one where like he corrected everybody. He's like, I don't want to eat it anymore because of that.
Here's one of my questions though. Here's a different snack, but is this edible? The Scooby snacks, were they actually?
Yeah, they were edible.
Yeah, they're edible.
Okay, so
Is it-
just making sure.
In and Out secret menu, they have like what was it? It's just a freaking meat patty that's like unseasoned for your dog, and they call it
Oh yeah.
Scooby snacks. Isn't it?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
do
on.
that for
I
your
believe that's
dog.
on the.
I
In-N-Out
had that for
secret menu.
Yumi one time.
That's also
Because
what
I know they do.
like Starbucks does a thing called a puppuccino.
Yeah, puppuccino.
Yeah.
Puppuccino, and then Dairy Queen does that too. I think it was I forgot what it's called. Like, but they definitely put ice cream in a cup for the dogs.
Like vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, vanilla ice cream.
I had no idea
Doesn't
dogs
Shake Shack
can
do something
consume
too?
ice cream.
Like there's actually in grocery stores they actually sell like ice cream for dogs.
Right. Yeah, specifically made for dogs, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I had my dog at the time, like he would consume those all the time.
Aw. I'm considering a pet, guys. I really want a pet.
Yumi,
Or the
come here.
what about the bone broth from Mandalorian?
Oh.
Yes. Oh yeah, was it? Binging about that in an episode of
Yeah.
Bone
Like-
Broth, the little one.
Because speaking of Mandalorian, it's coming back next month.
Yes.
There we go. Yes.
So excited.
I'm ready to
'Cause
see
you know-
Baby Yoda.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Is the way. Brian's deep in thought about other foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
just
feel like it's gonna be never ending.
I feel like this is gonna be a never-ending episode. Should we? Should we call it?
Wait. I'll give him
Here's
one.
one. You guys remember the cream puffs from? No, not the cream puffs. The hot spinach puffs from Crunk's New Groove.
Pepper-
Yeah!
Pepper's New Groove,
I forgot
Pepper's
about that
New.
actually.
the spinach pups.
Yeah.
Well, we can't like. Also going back to SpongeBob, we can't not talk about the Krusty Krab pizza.
Krusty Krab pizza. It's a pizza.
That's
as
a Tivoli.
Or the pretty patties.
Yes.
Okay, but
Patty.
Pretty Patty's made by SpongeBob because, like, I still believe the theory about like how everybody has After Effects is that my theory is that the reason why people had After Effects is because like when Krabs took over and he had to make more, that's when he messed up the recipe.
Yeah.
That's my theory on it because I've always thought in my head, okay, why did people get the After Effects? Was it because of SpongeBob's original recipe, or is it when Krabs took over And did he do something to mess up the recipe? That's always my thinking.
Also, like the kelp shake.
Didn't that turn everybody? Didn't that give everybody a transformation?
No, it was just like the drink order at the Krusty Krab.
Oh, okay. Oh no, because like I remember there's like an episode of SpongeBob. Like I'm probably thinking about a different drink then. There's an episode of SpongeBob where like there's like new place to get drinks, you know, and stuff, and everybody's so obsessed about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns out there's like some weird after effect, you know. Yeah. Oh, it's from the.
Here's another
one
one. The
SpongeBob
Leaning
got
Tower of
creative.
Cheesa.
Oh, the Leaning Tower of Cheese.
The Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
That's from a Goofy
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Goofy movie.
Okay.
Oh, can we watch? Goofy movie? I haven't watched that movie in a long
Scrumptious.
I'm down. I am down to watch it. Honestly.
Wait,
I love
is
that movie.
Extremely Goofy movie on there on Disney Plus?
Yeah, it should
time. We
be.
watched number 1
Yeah,
and number 2,
Here's one.
Yeah.
which is my favorite.
The pumpkin soup from Legend of Zelda.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
No. You guys remember this one? The one that the orange cat used to love?
Garfield?
Lasagna.
Garfield lasagna.
Garfield lasagna.
Garfield lasagna.
Everything that
Oh.
Garfield ate, I was just like, I gotta eat that.
I need
I
it.
love lasagna.
I need it.
I need it.
No, here's two
Oh.
other ones that popped up into my head. These are the Disney ones though. All the food from Beauty and the Beast and all the desserts from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, even before I liked drinking tea, I was just like, man, I want tea after watching them having that tea party.
You
It's
right.
like, I don't know what you guys are drinking, but I gotta get me some of that.
It was laced with
We'll get
something,
you a
but yeah.
special brew. We'll get you the special brew, Mike.
Oh my god.
Or the here's one. I don't know if any of you guys ever played Fallout before, but Nuka-Cola.
Oh yeah.
It's basically kind of like well, in Fallout, it's like an alternate 1950s. Like if the 1950s never changed, and it's like today,
Yeah.
but nuclear fallout, pretty much. And it's like a
Mm.
wasteland where like some people are mutated, some people live in these places called vaults and things like that. And they're like the currency is actually bottle caps, like from like root beer or like whatever that you could find. And the drink of choice is called Nuka-Cola, which is basically like a Coca-Cola
Yeah.
type of thing, but it actually is like increases your health and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not radioactive, right?
No.
Okay.
You know what? Okay, you know what I want to try? A sensu bean.
Yes, a sensu bean.
beans. Forget coffee. Have sensu beans.
Oh yeah, F coffee. Sorry, Christina. Sorry, Susan. Not that. But you
No,
guys
no.
in your.
Hey,
I
Sorry,
love love for
no,
soup.
Christina's not here, so we don't have to.
We're good.
We're okay.
If she
Susan
was
or-
here, we'd all
hey,
be
hey,
dead
man!
right now.
No, her phone died.
They have like ears like the back of their head. They're like, "What you say?" they'll message me after the podcast like,
What'd you say about coffee?
"What you say about coffee?"
Or,
She's gonna text us right now.
I actually
It's texting right now.
I know, like in the show, it's technically like gross when they find out about it, but Slurm from Futurama.
Ah!
Mm.
Wait,
Or
Apparently it was
or
delicious.
wait, the last anchovy pizza.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
I don't even know
Futurama.
what anchovies.
Can we try pizza with anchovies on it? Is it
You
that
go
bad?
right ahead.
You can do that. I don't
mean,
want that.
I'll try it with you, Jess. I never had it.
It's a,
Okay,
it's
sounds good.
It's an acquired taste.
It's an acquired taste.
Okay.
Like
Like
if you
that.
if you like
Like
fish, like you're a,
If you, it's a very salty fish.
yeah. Like
Oh,
if you
extremely
if
salty. Okay.
Yeah.
if you like salt water, like not salt water. I forgot what it's called.
Brian's head is turning.
He's
What
gay.
do you got? He's excited.
I remember
like,
two
let's
now.
change the topic.
Okay.
The-
Is this
Okay.
episode gonna end, guys?
No, it's not gonna. Okay, last one, please. Last one.
Alright,
Okay.
This will be the last one, but these are two from The Simpsons: the pink donut and the rib
Mm.
witch.
The what?
Yeah.
The rib witch.
What?
The rib
yeah,
rib
witch.
witch.
Ribbon.
Yes.
The rib witch.
Ooh, now without onion. Now without lettuce.
And without lettuce.
Okay, now I want to add something too. Futurama, the man witch.
Oh, the little nuggets, the little alien nuggets.
Oh yeah, the
Poplars.
The poplars.
The alien
Okay.
babies.
poplars can talk.
Alright, I'm gonna top it off. The pizza from Pizza Planet.
Yeah.
Pizza Planet.
Oh,
No,
if we go
the
to-
slush from Pizza Planet.
Yes! 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 yes.
Slush.
Yeah, the
slush
slushes.
from Pizza
Yeah,
Planet.
remember the
alien
fr-
slime?
Yeah.
Alien slime?
The alien slush.
Here's this. If we go to Disney Studios in Orlando, because they actually have Pizza Planet there.
They
Mhm.
do. They have it here too, but we're
Because they have
close.
an arcade.
Aw.
Yeah, we don't have the arcade.
Okay, but in Orlando it has the arcade.
Yeah, I saw
Is
that.
it like is it like Chuck E. Cheese's or bus?
I think it's supposed to be like more like Chuck E. Cheese in a way,
Oh, okay. So
Except
more,
without,
more towards children.
except without the pea-soaked ball pit.
Gross. Yeah. Nothing will give you a great appetite for pizza like a piece of pop.
I mean,
ball
you
pit.
come for the games,
Ugh.
but you stay for the burnt pizza smell.
Oh no.
And with that, I think we should.
We should
You concluding
Well,
this.
conclude this episode
I
of
feel like Brian has dragged this on for so long.
I didn't drag anything on. You guys added to it.
Okay, anybody?
okay.
Okay, who's ever on YouTube? Count, please. Make a count, like on how many foods that Brian has submitted.
actually
Please,
we'll
make
actually
it
pull
count.
from each of
It
us
was one-
actually.
Well, you have
Who had the
It was
most?
all of you guys. It was all of you guys. Don't be putting this on me.
No, that's
what
what I said. I was like,
wait,
add
actually,
everybody.
wait, who submitted this idea? I forgot.
Right.
I forgot. I think it is Brian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's looking away. You.
Where are you going?
So
Don't
I-
act coy.
No, I'm just
Brian,
cracking my neck.
You look at me when I'm talking to you.
Oh no, my Oh, but I can't see you guys.
Oh my god.
I could get some screenshots for you.
Oh my god.
I mean, we're all in
He's
that
got
chat.
receipts.
We're all on the same. So sadly, Susan wasn't able to join in because she was having technical difficulties. But yeah, but it's all right. Hopefully next time we'll see her again. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode of the podcast, please like, subscribe, comment on how many times did Brian said so many the food items.
Make it count. Somebody
Make it count, please.
Maybe we should edit that in, like
Yeah.
a Brian food count.
Please,
And then,
please. Do it for us, please. Do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and then like I hope you enjoyed this if you're listening on SoundCloud. And
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Where you get your podcast fix. All right. Until next time, guys. I am CJ.
I'm Brian.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jess.
And until next time, guys, we will see you in the other world. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. What? Who said that?
It was
I didn't hear-
you. It was
I didn't hear
you.
it.
It was you. It was you.